once you're on the Brim server, I was seeing is I was seeing is
Yeah, sorry.
so I
Tell me.
found that there were two. Sorry. So I found that there were two settings related to it. So
Hmm.
by any chance you're on the Brim server? Sorry.
Yes, I understand. In the Brim server, in the CA master,
Yes.
you will
Yes.
see it has two ADID. Go for the ADID which
Yes. Yes.
says Kofis underscore SD. The technical name is Kofis underscore SD. That is the one
Okay.
which will be
Can you
used.
repeat that? Sorry, I'm taking a note again. Can you repeat that one? Sorry.
Hang on, hang on. Let
A
me
technical ID.
let me show you from the ISU only.
Uh-huh.
So when you open the Brim server, you will find ADID, and below
Yes.
another
Yes.
ADID, another payment term you will find. So only go for
Correct.
the ADID which says Kofis underscore SD. Kofis underscore
Okay.
SD. The other one will be
Okay.
Kofis underscore something else, not SD.
Okay.
Only configure.
Okay.
The account determination happens based on the Kofis underscore SD.
Okay. 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 Yep. Yep. Yep.
Any
No,
other
I
question?
actually no, I just maintain both, but I just wanted to understand, like, is there a difference because both are coming with the same name, right? So I couldn't figure out like if they have any different. Is there a use case for the second one or not?
Yeah, second one
Uh,
even I don't know. In the Brim server only, because in my office, whatever we are also using Brim in the office, but there I found only one. I did not know why the
okay.
second one is coming. What is the relevance of the second one? But always look for the SD, that one.
Okay. Underscore SD. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, okay, no issue. Okay, so we'll get started. So I think we closed the cache disk yesterday, slash n fpcj, and we opened for the very next date. I think this is the opened one, and we opened and we transferred all the open item into the bank, whatever the collection we had yesterday, all the items we transferred on the next day. Okay, so the cache test closure that I showed you, that was I closed it with a difference. Now again I'm going to open a cache disk, but this time I'll close without difference. Okay, so for that I'll just collect one payment. uh, like yesterday in the previous N3, I collected 3 payments. This time I will just collect one payment and I'll close without difference. That is where the balance gets reconciled. Okay, so I'll just go for, because I did in N3, let me open another cache disk. So cache disk, other cache disk. Let me go for NTX, one from the Texas, NTX T1. Okay, so this is the other cache disk. I go to cache disk and open cache disk. Right now I don't have any cash balance, so I'll collect only one payment. So I'll go to cash desk, I'll go to my contact account and I'll do a payment on account, or I can do against reference. Let me collect against reference only. So $10, currency is USD, payment amount $10. Right now my cash desk clearing account is still blank. I'll go to the select item. Sorry, 0903. Select item. Oh, I think I have to enter. I thought it will populate. Anyways, only one cache test clearing account is configured. Okay, so I have open item, so I cannot pay against a credit. I will pay against a debit only. So I'll activate this against 83.60. I'll collect $10 post. Okay, so this you already know. This document, cache test clearing debit and customer debit. Sorry, customer credit. Now with the $10, let's say I'm going to close the cache desk. So I'll go back to cache journal now. This time I'm going to close the cache desk and without difference. Okay, so I'll go to cache desk closing, and the entire $10 is appearing under the difference right now. Now yesterday I went to post difference. After that I clicked on closing. This time I will not click on post difference. I will straight away close it. Okay, so currently the status is open with difference. I'll just click on closing. Execute cache test closing. Yes, it says close to, hang on. uh on. Mm, let me open this one again. T2. I'll do T2. Open cash desk. Let me quickly collect another payment. So this time I have $73 left. Document posted. Cash channel. My cash balance is 10. I think I have shown on every batch I showed with difference only. Without difference, post cash desk closing. Currently I have difference. Closing display difference is deposit. How do I do closing without difference? Let me try with post difference. So I'll close it $10 only. You cannot post a difference with zero amount. How do I close without difference? System suppresses the posting or difference. Enter an amount or the current balance that is different to the balance or deactivate the item. So I cannot close it from here. Let's see how can I close it without difference. Closing lot document. What is this? Okay, this is a payment document. Display difference, display deposit, display withdrawal, closing, cancel. This is deposit. Okay, I do have a post difference button from here as well. But if I click here, here also I cannot close with same amount. Okay, let me close the same way and let's see what is the difference. So if I close this way, the entire amount will be in the difference side. Okay, let me close it this way. Close it difference. So there are tables which every day which will tell me which one was closed with difference and which one was closed without difference. Okay, let me try that. Uh, star FKK. DFKK CJ cache desk closing data CJC. Okay, so let me run for my branch. So I did N9NY and 9TX. Okay, yeah. So I see here I have a difference. These two, although the status was saying that closed with difference, but no difference is posted. So the
Excuse
status,
me.
yes,
Excuse me. Yeah, this tables DFKK CJC.
TJC. It'll
Uh,
every day it'll tell you how much, what is the closure. Did it close with a difference or it close with the exact amount? All those things it'll tell you. It'll tell you how much was deposited every day, how much was withdrawn every day. All those things it will tell you.
okay.
Mostly we come here to
Okay.
see the differentials. That is the main purpose, but it also cash channel related activities also are stored here. Okay, so
Okay.
here this one I did yesterday. I did all the deposit, withdrawal, collection, all those things I did, and I purposefully closed it with a $2 difference. Why is it maintainable?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now it's fine. So these two I just closed it without difference. Okay, so here this text, this status got me confused. Why is it coming like closed with difference? Okay, so from this table we can see there are other table as well related to cache desk, DFKK, CJ star. If you do, you will see other table. So let me run wide open. First I'll run the CJC. Every time how much difference, see every batch I post with difference. Few of the batches were posted without any difference. Okay, so sometimes it will also tell you the opening balance as well. So in opening, let's see, in my case 9NY. So I did not have any opening balance. Okay, and these are all. There are some with very higher amount. And apart from that, let me show you the other table, DFKK CJ. I think DFKK CJ only. DFKK closing, transfer accepted payment, data for change amount, cash channel, master data. This is a master. Like how many branch do I have? How many cache tests do I have? Let me run CJM. This is a config. So my branch is 9NY. Let me run from here. My branch is 9 star. Okay, so I have 9NY, N1, N2, N3, and under that 9TX, T1, T2. What is this? I don't know what is this X. Single character indicator. Never use this. Anyway, so this is the master data table. Let's see what else, what other tables do I have? Because if you want to enhance this, you need to know the table. Based on the table, you need to write a report or something. Uh, text table for cache channel, master, transaction data, okay, CJT. Because every day how many transaction has taken place, I want to know. So let me search for my branch only, 9 star. So 9NY. So all the transactions we entered will be shown here. Okay. So I did this 6-4. Yesterday I did this one. So 9-3 sequence. Let me do ascending. Okay. So first this is the transaction. Mm, this is the this payment lot number. I think this is our first transaction, 11.80, and this was, I think, no, this was transfer. This was transfer. Okay, so transfer means I deducted from cash desk and I deposited into the bank account. Then again I deposited $20. Then here what did I do? I don't recall, something I did. Okay, so whatever we have done, status, what is this status? W is waiting or something. Lot document completely removed. Okay, so all these things are available here. This one I finally withdrew. Okay, I don't know why this $0 one additional sequence is we are getting. Anyways, we can study this table. Like this one, it was first opened, then $10 we collected, plus T2 opened, $10 collected, then why the other 10 are coming? Okay, not much use these tables. So anyways, this is how you can use the cache desk. Sorry, cache desk and cache channel, and that is our last payment item. Okay, we will learn about one more payment that is not that much used, but for that I need to explain the return concept first. Once I explain the return concept, one more payment I'm going to show you, that is called payment order. So you need to have a proper grip on the return, like how the return lots work. Then I'll talk about that. Okay, so cache desk is done. Our next topic is going to be, hang on, let me check what do I usually do next after cache desk. Okay, security deposit. Okay, so let's go with security deposit. Our next topic is security deposit. First understand the concept of security deposit, then we'll talk about, why do I open this Excel? Okay. So we'll talk about the concept first. Like cache desk, there was some concept that we needed to know. Without that, we cannot do the config and end user part. So similarly, security deposit also has a process. Let me find. Okay, here's the concept. So whenever any customer moves in, or whenever any so in ICU it is like move in, or in BRIM it is like contract activation. Whenever the contract is activated, for that sometimes a security deposit is needed. So say you are located in Mumbai, you got a job in Bangalore, now you have to move and shift to Bangalore. So the moment you go to Bangalore, say you find a place where you can rent, then the landlord will ask you security deposit as 2 months rent in one shot. Okay, so I heard it's like 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh or something in Bangalore. But anyway, so they will ask for a security deposit. So that is the concept of security deposit, and this security deposit will be refunded when the customer will move out, or when the contract will be terminated. And sometimes it may be refunded within 6 months or one year after the move-in date or the activation date. Okay, so whatever the client, I mean, whatever way the client will want, that way it will go. So the first option is they will they will take the security deposit and they'll refund after 1 year. And 1 year or contract termination, whichever is earlier. If the contract is terminated before 1 year, then say on 8th month the contract gets terminated, then on 8th month the security deposit has to be returned. But if the customer stays, or the contract gets carried on more than 1 year, then at the end of 1 year the security money will be refunded. Okay, so first a security deposit will be requested. We will create a security deposit SD request document. Remember, this is a statistical document, this is not a real document. Okay, so when you saw the uh, uh, before I do the EK01, EK02, there is a step where I assign with the main sub transaction, I assign the debit credit indicator, I assign the company code division main sub, and there you must have seen some statistical indicator options were available. We have never used it, right? From now we are going to use, I mean, in this concept we are going to use statistical concept. Is it is not real. Okay, so if I we don't directly post the security deposit payment. First, we post a request document, which is a debit. Then after that, payment is collected. This payment is real document, but this request is not real document. So I cannot post the payment directly. Uh, that's why I just need to post a debit against which the payment will come and clear. Since this is a real document, the payment document will go to FI, but this request document will not go to FI. Okay, it will not go to FI. You'll see when the statistical document is posted, it will not create any recon key. It will be posted without any recon key. So statistical documents, you will again see the statistical concept in installment plan. There also, it will be posted without any recon key. So whenever the statistical document is posted, because it is not real, now at this time, if I say what is my, say the SD request is posted and the payment is posted. Now if I say what is my balance and I see my balance is 0, no, it is completely incorrect. The balance is minus 80. Why? Because this is a real payment, but this is not a real consumption. The consumption will take place after the first period. So if it is in ISU, then after first month's invoice, the consumption and the payment will be cleared, and you will say the balance is 20. But at this time, when no invoice is posted, the balance should be minus 80. But still we post it with a plus 80, just to knock off, just to clear the debit with a credit. That is why when I send it to FI, this 80 will not go, because it is a statistical document, but this 80 will go because the payment is real, but the invoice is not, this request is not real. Okay, so First, when the customer's contract is activated during the move-in process or in the BRIM, during the contract activation process from SOM itself, a security deposit request will be created. Okay. Then after that, the customer will be sent a mail saying that, hey, we have posted a SD request document. You have a due date of 2 days or something. Then within the 2 days, the customer will pay. In this example, say 1st Jan, the request will be posted, and on 10th Feb, I have taken 2 long days, like more than like around 40 days. It is not that long. Maybe on 3rd or 5th Jan, the customer generally pays as per the payment term. So on I mean any days which is future to 1st Jan, the payment will come. Okay. Now whenever the payment will come, the payment will have a lock, clearing restriction lock, which is called CR2, clearing restriction 2. That means this payment is cleared with this document, but actually it is cleared with a statistical document, but real clearing is still left, because clearing a payment, real payment with a statistical document doesn't mean anything. The real payment should be cleared with a real debit. So that clearing is not permitted right now. There will be a clearing restriction 2, CR2, which will prohibit the payment document to participate in any clearing. Okay. Now suppose the company wants to return the security deposit money after 6 months. Okay. So in that case, first 6 invoices will come, customer has to manually pay. $100 invoice posted, this customer has to pay $100. Customer cannot say, okay, adjust with my security deposit. No, because there is a lock-in period of 6 months. So for each invoice, customer has to pay the same amount. Customer cannot say, adjust my 80, I will pay 20. Okay, next $100, customer will pay 100, 80, 80, like that till the 6 months, customer will pay. Now, after the 7th month, this lock will be removed. CR2 will be removed. That means now this payment will participate in clearing because the lock-in period is over. Now on 7th month, if the invoice is of $90, this 80 can be adjusted and the customer will pay the balance 10. Okay, this will happen only the security deposit is released. The concept, the process in SAP is called releasing a security deposit. Releasing means now the lock-in period is over. Okay, like in mutual fund as well. Nowadays, so mutual fund doesn't have that lock-in period, but still few flexi cap still have the lock-in period of at least 90 days. First 90 days you cannot sell. Even if your portfolio is going south, you still have to bear with the losses. You put up with the losses. After 3 months, that is after 90 days, you can sell. Maybe at that time you are in loss, you are in profit. If you want to sell, you can sell only after 3 months. So same concept here. There is a lock or there is a security deposit. The release period is not reached. Okay, so when that period is reached, only after that the SD will be released and it will participate in clearing. Now once it is cleared, then the normal process will go through, like maybe on the 8th month, another invoice of say whatever amount 95 is posted, customer will pay 95. Okay, so this is the concept. So till here lock will be there, here the lock will be removed and the payment will participate in clearing. Then after that normal process will go ahead. So any question on the concept of security deposit before I configure? We need to know the requirement or how does a standard system behave. Any question in this?
Yeah, a little bit clearing section. What was that actually? Scenario again. Repeat in this some layman language, please.
Okay, clearing restriction means clearing will not be allowed. Okay, invoice, the payment will not clear with any invoice. The payment will stay there till the 6 months lock-in period is over. The payment will not clear with it is a security deposit payment. The
One
customer.
second. One second. Suppose SD has been requested of XYZ amount, okay, and
Hmm,
it has paid on same date or either on after some date, right?
hmm, hmm,
After that, invoice is going on
hmm,
sequentially. Then
hmm.
what is their significance of this clearing restriction? If it has been paid, so what to do with the security and invoice? What is that actually?
this payment will not be cleared with any of the invoices. Okay. So in a layman's language, say you are located in Delhi, you get a job in Bangalore, and you pay
Okay.
1,50,000 SD security deposit.
Okay.
Now, say the rent is 30,000. First month, the rent is posted 30,000 debit, invoice is posted. Now you
Okay.
cannot say deduct from my SD. You have to pay
Yeah,
30,000.
obviously. Obviously,
Similarly,
such kind of process will be end of at the end of process or end of when
yes,
exit.
yes. So
Obviously, okay.
either on the exit or till the exit, this will have a restriction. That means this will not be termed as a payment which can be cleared with the invoice. That is a concept of restriction 8, restriction 2, sorry, clearing restriction 2. This will hold up your money. This will make sure that the payment does not clear with any of the invoices.
Right, right. It's okay. It's okay. Please go ahead. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Someone else was also asking something?
Yeah, Saubhadra. So Tijo here.
Yes, Tejo.
So is it all the time we are keeping the security deposit for 1 year, or is it as
No,
per
that is
the project requirement?
company to company. Yeah, yeah. Client's requirement, they will tell you how much they want. In US, it is
Okay.
6 month. I mean, in US, I did one project with US. They had the 6 months of SD.
Okay. And another question. So instead of adjusting the security deposit amount in the final invoice, so is there any cases like we are refunding the amount to the customer instead of adjusting?
Yes, 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 yes. You can refund. You can refund. Suppose after 6 months, before this $90 invoice gets posted, say this now this minus 80 is eligible for clearing. Okay, CR2 is removed. You can ask for refund. They will refund it. So refund document will post, and these two will get cleared. So instead of clearing with
Oh,
any invoice, it will be refunded. Now on the
yeah.
next invoice, the user, I mean the customer has to pay.
Okay. Okay. Why I ask? Because if the invoice amount is less than the final
No,
so the security
don't
deposit,
don't
then
don't think it about final invoice. It can be
okay.
from you're thinking about the move out date. So if the requirement is to clear it after 1 year, then after 1 year only. So whatever release period is there, lock-in period is there, at the end of that lock-in period, it will be either refunded or it will be paid. For example, say my seventh period invoice is coming as say 70. Now I have already paid 80. So in that case, the 70 part will clear from here, and the minus 10 part will be cleared from here. And the balance 85 has to be manually paid. Or if you want
Okay.
refund, that can be refunded as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
So refund
And
or
one more
clearing,
thing.
both will be treated as SD payment is adjusted, released.
Okay. 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 Fine.
Hmm.
Got it. So
Yes, tell me.
the final question is that so are we usually request security deposit from every customer, or is there any condition like from whom we can request? Is it based on the credit worthiness or?
Yeah, so basically it is again client to client. So what I have seen, mostly it is handled from the CRM side. Now in CRM side, what our project, I mean, in the project, what was the requirement? Suppose I have 3 premise. Okay, so there are like 6 premises. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, whenever a tenant comes for the first time in this premise, I don't know the customer's credibility because the very first time the customer is moving in here. Okay, so I don't know whether the customer will be a good customer, bad customer, because if the customer has a bad reputation, I will ask for SD. But I don't know because for the very first time he is coming here. So what we do, um, in this premise, if my previous customer's payment was, I mean, what our client had the requirement in this premise, the previous customer's payment was bad, then we ask for whoever is coming next from them, we ask for SD. Now, what is the amount of that SD? Last 12 months average consumption, I mean our requirement is to calculate the last 12 months average consumption. If this premise last 12 months average consumption is say $105, then $105 of SD will be asked from the customer. Next premise, because based on the premise, based on if the premise is larger, more light points will be there for power. For gas, more gas consumption will be there, because a 3 bhk means more people will come, 2 bhk means less people will come. Accordingly, based on the previous consumption, the sd amount is decided, and if the previous customers behavior was good, then no sd is recorded, I mean asked for. And also, it is not necessary that during move-in itself only the sd will be asked. It may happen that initially the customer was very good, but now the customers in the fifth or so that's why no sd was asked. Now on fifth or 6 months we are seeing some, default, the customer is defaulting, or they are paying late. So after moving in, say it's been 6 months, they have moved in, now I can ask for sd as well. Manually I can create sd. Okay, so it can be created that way as well. And I'm going to show you manual sd only, because the moving process I cannot show here, or the contract activation process that requires SOM and crm c4c help. That's why I'm going to show you manual sd creation only. In the what I have seen in the ISU, when the customer moves in the move-in screen, there is one checkbox called security deposit. If you move in with that checked, that means the security deposit request will be asked for. If you don't check, I mean, if you check, then there we have done this. We have that check we assigned at FM. That FM will calculate last 12 months consumption from ERDB, ERCH, whatever the table is. Last 12 months consumption will calculate, and one as soon as the moving is completed, the SD will be posted. Okay, and at the day end, the letter will be sent to the customer. So
Okay, okay, yeah,
this is
got it.
how it is handled normally.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay, no issue. Any other question, anyone? The more we discuss, the process will be clearer. Okay, because if you know the process properly, then you can config. Because configuration should not be mechanical. You should know why what is the requirement. Then accordingly we can um, do it. Okay, I'll assume that there is no further question about the process. Then we will go to the config. Okay. So under business transaction, we have security deposit. So first we have to define the number range for security deposit, because security deposit will post a document, and the security deposit will have security deposit number 60001, 60002. That's why a number range is required. So number ranges are created, lot of number ranges are created, 6 number ranges are created, and I will assign one of the number range 1, 2, 3, 4, S5, SD, whatever one number range I'll be assigning, and according to that number range, the SD documents will be getting created. Okay, so I'm not creating any new number range because there are enough number ranges created. Define now general parameter for security deposit. My application area is R. Next, when I create the security deposit, is a contract a required field? Now, if the move-in has happened, or if the in BRIM the contract is only created when the order is created, along with the subscription order, the contract is created. Now, it may happen that the customer has moved in, but the order is not yet created. In that case, the contract is missing. So, contract is a required field, or contract is an optional field. Okay, so here I have chosen optional because I don't have a contract. In every batch I do without contract because I don't have C4C and CRM config ready. So I put contract field is optional. In project, mostly you will see that, I mean, whatever config is required accordingly. So like when I create the SD, do I have the contract created, or I'm creating the SD at contract account level? That way you can choose. Next, one of the number is assigned. So that number range from number to number and current number is also mentioned. What is that number range? Next, document type, when the SD is posted, what document type I'm going to use. Then if I want to reverse the SD, what document type I'm going to use. Okay. Next, we have return parameter. Return means when the SD will be returned, that is the release lock-in period, end of lock-in period. So determine start date from payment date. So there are two options. Option number one is, because I need the start date. Why? Because from start date I will add 1 year, or I will add 6 months. So that's why I need a start date. Now which should be my start date? Should I treat my request date as my start date, or payment date as my start date? So here I have chosen determine start date from payment date. Why? Because in my previous example, if I choose request date as my start date, then in the first 40 days, although say I have a 6 month of lock-in period, now 1 month is already gone, but payment is not received, but 1 month is already gone. So should I start request date or payment date? Actual payment I have received on 10th of February, so my clock should start from 10th of February. 6 months will start from 10th of February. That's why two options we have. So should I calculate? If you keep it blank, it will start from the request date. If you put it, that means it will start from the this payment date. Okay. Next, any correction, any factory calendar you want to use, you can put here factory calendar, and here how to correct. Do not correct. Use the following day after the non-work day, or prior to the non-work day. We have already discussed this in the payment term. That is, if the end date is release date is falling on a weekend. Any question? I thought I heard something. Anyways, okay, I have less than 1 minute. So this way we can correct. Okay, I'm not going for anything. So without any calendar, I'm just saving it. Okay, now going back. Next, create special definition for security deposits. So here I mention after how many months I'm going to return. 12 months, 6 months. Okay. So here you can mention. So up to 2 digit means up to 99 months you can mention here. Oh, nobody will do.